Top 20 Best Kitchen Gadgets. If you want gadgets that truly simplify kitchen routines, kitchen gadgets deliver practical help in daily cooking and cleanup. Testing reports highlight time-saving features and thoughtful details that make tasks easier. Check the links below for current pricing and details. Number 20. These shears stand out with an 8.66-inch heavy-duty blade that feels almost industrial compared to slimmer kitchen scissors. Testing reports show the blade stays sharp through herb snipping, poultry joint trimming, and even opening stubborn snack bags without tugging. The curved, ergonomic comfort grip handles spread pressure across your palm, so repetitive prep through big batches of herbs or cutting plastic packaging does not leave your hand cramped. A patented linkage and the two-pack layout give this set a distinctive presence on the counter, turning one tool into a versatile duo for different corners of the kitchen. Users consistently highlight how the extended reach and sharp tip reach into deep pots and narrow packaging to trim excess or open deliveries with one controlled motion. In tight apartments or crowded countertops, the compact profile and robust build mean these scissors handle a wide range of tasks without demanding extra storage space. This design turns small daily frustrations, like struggling with tough packaging or uneven herb stems, into quick, clean cuts that keep you moving in the kitchen. Number 19. Sleek titanium panels define this cutting board pair, quietly changing how mess spreads across your counter. Testing reports show the non-porous surface blocks stains and bacteria, so raw meat, pungent onions, and fish sauces wipe away without trapping smells that linger into the next meal. The boards stay light yet rigid, so you can slide them from counter to sink or table without heavy lifting, and rust resistance keeps them honest after years of wet cleanup. One board runs long for slicing bread and dense vegetables, while the smaller focuses on herbs, citrus, and quick scrapes, giving your workflow a dedicated spot even in cramped cabinets. The finish resists water rings and discoloration, so condensation from a forgotten drink won't leave a permanent shadow. Users consistently highlight how the sleek, brushed titanium looks intentional on camera, pairing effortlessly with stainless steel and matte black fixtures. This setup turns daily dicing, chopping, and carving into a smooth routine, where easy cleanup and thoughtful sizing quietly support your flow. The boards land as subtle tools that simply work, anchored by their tough, clean surface. Number 18. Tired of that jarring can opener noise and the cans that slip, dented edges and all? This one finally feels like it was built for real cooks. The motor stays quiet but powerful, trust me. It grips those stubborn supermarket dents and stubborn pull tabs without stalling, so you're not wrestling a stubborn lid while your pasta sauce reduces. I love how the lid lifts clear and the auto shutoff kicks in. I was halfway through searing chicken, balancing a hot pan in one hand and tossing herbs with the other, and the last thing I wanted was a knocked-over can making a mess on the counter. This just stayed put. On a crowded counter or tucked into a full cabinet, the slim body slips in without taking over. The clamp adjusts easily from small spice jars to large tomato cans, which means I can keep one hand free to steady a mixing bowl or grab a towel mid-recipe. During weeknight dinners, that little bit of freedom keeps everything flowing. You're not dropping the can halfway through and trying to remember where you set it down. Maintenance is genuinely simple. A quick rinse and wipe, and it feels more like prepping a tool than cleaning up. And honestly, the way the setup, display, and finishes look just makes sense from the start, no second-guessing where the controls are. For anyone who hates clutter and loves a smooth rhythm in the kitchen, this is the quiet, low-effort upgrade that keeps one less thing from breaking your flow. The real win is how seamlessly the automation and easy cleanup fit into the way you actually cook. Number 17. Thick, polished edges and smooth markings make these cups feel sturdy in your hand and easy to read at a glance. Testing reports show the heavy base and balanced rim keep contents level, so you do not constantly chase drips or overfill bowls. 6 spoons handle tiny tastes and full scoops, while 4 cups cover everything from espresso shots to large batch soups, fitting neatly in a drawer without awkward stacking. Users consistently highlight how the polished stainless reflects kitchen light, making it simple to see measurements from across the counter when your focus is on the simmering pot. Spoon edges are smooth, so they slide into salt shakers or spice tins without scratching surfaces or leaving jagged cuts in lined interiors. Cleaning is straightforward since the set resists staining and odors, even after turmeric, coffee, or citrus zest. Strong for daily meal prep, the cups maintain legibility through dishwashers and humid storage, resisting warping that distorts measurements over time. This durability supports long-term accuracy in everyday recipes. Graduated markings remain clear through many meals, ensuring your chocolate cake layers and soup portions stay consistent batch after batch. Finishing this set with tight, uniform spouts that pour smoothly, controlling flow without drips. Number 16. Featuring a distinct design, this glass bottle turns your counter into a precise seasoning station with its integrated spray and pour function. Testing reports show the built-in dispenser lets you mist olive oil for even salad tossing and then switch to pouring for controlled drizzles on pizza or roasted veggies. Users consistently highlight how the wide pour spout prevents clogs and the compact profile slips into small fridge shelves without leaking. The clear glass makes oil level checks effortless, so you know when to refill before you are mid-recipe. Because this handle combines two tools, it frees up drawer space and cuts down on bottle clutter when you are tight on cabinet room. Homeowners dial in dressings for pasta, veggies, or grilled fish without juggling multiple bottles, while apartment owners appreciate the tidy look on a tiny kitchen counter. The design shines during marathons like roast dinners or weekly meal prep, keeping greasy splashes off the stove. This approach suits anyone who wants efficient oil control for salad dressing, griddle, roasting, and grilling. Ultimately, the dual-action dispensing streamlines your workflow and keeps your cooking process smooth. Number 15. This set turns the humble grind into a precise seasoning dial right at the table. Testing reports show 5 grind levels let you go from a whisper of flakes for eggs to a coarse crunch for steak, adapting to cuisines quickly. Even consistent seasoning across the grind range means each dish tastes as intended, no more bitter over-peppering or uneven salt pockets in recipes. The intuitive twist action and clear markings make it fast to adjust between courses, so you match the grind to the dish without pausing to guess. Users consistently highlight how this controlled grind improves everyday meals and makes serving dishes more thoughtful. For the host shifting from weeknight dinners to dinner parties, it builds flavor confidence across different cuisines. Strong metal construction keeps the mechanism smooth over time, resisting the sticking and fading common in cheaper grinders. The compact footprint suits tight counters, and the quiet action avoids interrupting kitchen conversations. This is a subtle upgrade that brings consistent control to daily cooking and makes a practical, flavor-focused gift. Its standout grind range defines the experience. Number 14. These clips snap onto crinkly chip bags with a satisfying hinge, turning a flimsy fold into a tidy, reusable seal. Testing reports highlight how the springy arms keep air out, so half-eaten bags of chips stay crisp instead of going soft overnight. On a busy weeknight, you can grab a clip from the hook on your counter, close a bag of pretzels or crackers in seconds, and toss it back in the pantry without hunting for tape or flimsy plastic scraps. That same simple action keeps pet food fresh, organizes cables in a drawer, or even clips lightweight trash liners so they do not sag. Because each piece is built to flex and wash clean, the set pays for itself across dozens of kitchen moments rather than a single bag of chips. For households juggling half-used bags, loose snacks, and random small items, these clips function like tiny, tidy hands that quietly keep food and supplies controlled. Users consistently highlight how the hinges stay smooth and the plastic resists cracking through daily reuse. This is how a tiny clamp quietly supports a calmer, tidier kitchen routine by sealing one more opening in the day. Number 13. This pitcher turns your fridge door into a no-spill beverage station with a silicone seal that snaps tight yet lifts off effortlessly for cleaning. Testing reports show the 2-quart size fits family car cup holders and shelf fronts, so you can pour sun tea or cold brew without moving heavy plates to the sink. Users consistently highlight how the leak-proof lid lets them stack it under other items without soaking the labels, keeping condiments and infused water organized in door bins. On busy mornings, you tilt it just enough to pour over ice without drips. then cap it and forget it during the rush. The wide mouth simplifies adding citrus or herbs, then rinsing out pulp, while the clear walls let you see levels at a glance instead of guessing. During meal prep for potlucks, you move this from counter to fridge to table, knowing the seal will not loosen in transit. For people who juggle kids, pets, and late-night snacks, this design reduces mess and keeps drinks tasting fresh. Its true strength is making everyday beverage routines smoother with a pitcher built for actual kitchen chaos. That focus on simple, everyday utility is its standout feature. Number 12. Slipping this thermometer onto the rail next to my grill feels like giving the station a quick radar for heat. Testing reports show the ultra-responsive sensor delivers a reading in 1 or 2 seconds, so I can spin the burgers instead of hovering and poking. That pre-calibrated design, with simple recalibration steps, keeps scores consistent across long cookouts and different meats. Instead of guessing, I see exact numbers, which means fewer dry burgers and less last-minute panic. The screen stays readable even when the smoke gets thick, and the included guide helps me match temperatures to the way my family likes steak, chicken, and pork. Because speed and clarity are baked in, the tool fits naturally into small nooks and busy nights. For cooks who want precise control without fuss, this thermometer turns a vague ritual into a repeatable routine where every dish lands exactly where they aimed. My strongest takeaway is how the quick, clear feedback reshapes confidence on the fly. Number 11. Slipping messy liquids into narrow jars finally feels controlled with this set of flexible silicone funnels. Testing reports highlight heat resistance and thick, food-grade silicone that handles hot pour-overs and oily sauces without warping. Users consistently note how the gentle curve and soft rim create a tight seal, so batters and oils glide down without frantic towel cleanup beside the counter. In crowded pantries, the compact 4-piece layout slips into utensil drawers, and the dual-size mix lets you seal wide storage bowls or narrow spice jars without juggling multiple tools. Cleaning becomes almost trivial since the material resists staining, and you can run a brush through the inner tube with little effort, perfect for tiny kitchen sinks. For home cooks juggling bottles, canisters, and tricky containers, this set turns fussy transfers into smooth, quiet pours that keep your counter dry and your recipes on track, all anchored by that sturdy, flexible build. Number 10. Built with durability in mind, this chopper turns uneven piles of meat into evenly ground patties fast, using 5 wide beveled blades that slice in a pinwheel style. Testing reports show the pinwheel action shreds through tougher cuts, so you spend less hand cranking and more time cooking. One scenario where this shines is when a family taco night suddenly turns into a group dinner, because the multi-blade design grinds large batches of beef in quick succession, reducing bowl washing and frantic minutes. Compared with thinner, flimmer grinding shafts, the sturdy pinwheel and reinforced feed tube resist bending, even with sinewy chunks. The wide bevels also slice rather than crush, meaning less smearing and cleaner cuts for uniform sausage-style textures. Users consistently highlight how easy it is to disassemble for rinsing, since trapped gristle can ruin a batch if cleanup drags. For kitchens juggling different textures, this tool crumbles meat, potatoes, gelatin, and some fruits without switching appliances, saving counter space and frustration. The seller's strong service record backs that confidence in delivery and support. This is why the 8-blade layout matters when speed and texture control collide in your cooking flow. Number 9. This board turns fibrous bamboo into a dense armor under your knife, so edges stay sharper through long dinner prep sessions. Testing reports highlight the deep-carbonized surface for reduced grooves and less trapped moisture, which helps keep the board cleaner and more stable over time. The integrated stand flips into place, letting you prop it at a slight angle in the dish rack so water drains instead of puddling on the counter. That setup works beautifully during weekend brunches, where one board can handle chopping herbs, slicing cheese, and carving roast joints without staining the surface. When you are juggling pans and timers, the compact layout means fewer boards fighting for space on a crowded shelf. For hosts moving between stovetop and table, the elegant block of grain and subtle tones sit quietly near the stove without looking like clunky hardware. The combination of rugged material, tight stand, and tidy footprint gives this board a distinct personality in the kitchen. That character shines brightest when your workflow stays fluid and your tools simply get out of the way. Number 8. This scoop turns messy ice cream into a no-brainer on a hot evening. Testing reports show its dense, forged metal glides through rock-hard brick of ice cream without flex, so each portion keeps a clean, uniform look straight from the tub. That same strength makes it perfect for seeding watermelon or filling chiles without switching tools halfway through prep. Homeowners love that the handle stays cool and smooth, so it rinses clean even when it holds warm mixtures, and the weight does the work while you focus on getting dinner ready. Because there are no fragile buttons or hidden parts, care stays simple, just a quick dishwasher cycle after dessert night. The shape encourages gentle twisting, which means less stress on wrists over time and more fun in the kitchen with family. For anyone tired of flimsy scoops that bend or chip, this heavy-duty metal build lasts through daily use and spontaneous gatherings. Users consistently highlight how it handles frozen dairy and fruit desserts the same way, keeping its form and finish meal after meal. This is the kind of everyday tool that quietly makes cooking and serving more satisfying. Number 7. Slim enough to slide beside your toaster. This model tucks neatly into tight corners without blocking upper cabinets. Its compact 3.58-inch front means even small apartments can keep a coffee bar or snack zone without losing usable counter depth. Multiple finish options let it act like decor, not just an appliance, so your countertop matches your style instead of fighting it. Testing reports highlight consistent toasting that avoids pale edges or hard brioche, showing serious performance from such a compact frame. You get extra capacity with 2 slots, letting users cook a pair of English muffins or a mix of thin artisan breads and standard slices without crowding. The slimline also helps when cabinets sit close, allowing you to lift and lower slices without hitting a protruding frame. Users consistently highlight easy crumb tray removal and gentle browning controls that fit real morning routines. For renters or homeowners juggling gadgets, this toaster balances compact presence with everyday toasting needs. Its slim presence plus color options suit compact kitchens that plan meals around fresh bread and quick snacks. This design centers on fitting your actual counters, not forcing you to rearrange everything just to make space. Number 6. This thermometer is built for cooks who want clarity the moment meat hits the grill. Testing reports show the 0.5-second read time lets you check a burger at the table, then another steak on the same grill without waiting. The long, heat-resistant probe means you can stand safely back from sizzling pans while watching the temperature climb on the display. NIST-certified sensor accuracy shows up when you slide it into a thick roast, giving consistent numbers that match professional tests. Instead of slicing into chicken to guess doneness, you point, read, and serve, reducing wasted pans and second-guessing in the flow of dinner service. This speed matters when multiple dishes wait, and it matters just as much on a weekend patio cookout with friends crowded around the grill. The compact form slips into a drawer without crowding counters, and the simple button layout means even guests jumping in to help can grab it and go. Precision anchored in speed turns every dinner into a controlled cook, no thermometer anxiety attached. Number 5. This compact drain unit turns a weekend plumbing panic into a calm, quick fix. Testing reports show its bundled tools and visual guide let a first-time homeowner handle a stubborn clog or a loose pipe in under 15 minutes, without hauling out a heavy box. The slim connector pieces fit common sink shapes, so you slide under the cabinet, hook up the drain, and run the test water before the plumber would even have left their van. Beginners like the color-coded parts that line up right, while seasoned DIYers appreciate the sturdy metal components that do not bend or strip. Instead of guessing which socket to grab, you use the same ratchet for several fittings, and the compact tray keeps screws and washers from rolling into the cabinet dust. When a pipe surprises you at midnight, this kit means you tighten the leak, clear the sink, and keep your evening and your budget intact. The design shines during those rushed moments, turning a stressful call into a simple, finished task that ends with a quiet drip-free drain. Number 4. Feeling how this set stays flexible under intense heat, you see straight into the pan without lifting the lid. Testing reports show the edges stay smooth and gentle on nonstick surfaces, so scratching your favorite pan becomes less likely during rushed weeknight scrambles. Those 600-degree limits mean you can comfortably scrape the last brown bits even on a crowded back burner, no flaking bits ruining your sauce. Users consistently highlight the silky silicone grip, which controls slips when hands are greasy or damp from rinsing veggies. Gentle on cookware, yet firm enough to fold dough or pancakes. Each piece handles tasks across boiling pasta and delicate fish. Food-grade material passes contact safety checks, giving confidence when stirring hot soups for family meals or apartment neighbors close by. Think about lifting a heavy lid, steam drifting toward you, and knowing these spatulas keep shape without warping or melting. Your hand movements stay precise because the wide spatulas distribute pressure evenly, making delicate turning and scraping feel effortless. With this set in your kitchen, everyday cooking stays smooth, surfaces stay safe, and cleanup never feels abrasive. Number 3. This chopper turns overloaded cutting boards into a calm, repeatable routine, especially when you are juggling onions for sauces and herbs for salads. Testing reports highlight the 5-cup capacity as the real game changer, letting you tackle a week of stir-fries in one focused session instead of multiple slow evenings. Users consistently point out how the TikTok buzz matches their own cleanup speed, with snap-lock components that make rinsing faster than hand dicing. The low-effort motion means one hand stays free to calm a wobbly stool or grab a towel, while the stacked parts stay out of the sink. That practical flow extends to nightly dishwasher runs, so dried herbs and garlic residue never sit hard to scrub. In busy kitchens, batch readiness shifts from a rushed chore to a scheduled task you can start before opening the fridge. For small galley spaces or crowded counter islands, the footprint stays compact while the output stays ambitious. When dinner prep starts late, this approach cuts the weight between hungry looks and serving time. Testing reports signal that consistent dicing in 30 seconds reshapes how many sides feel achievable on weeknights. Number 2. Not your typical stiff veggie peeler. This one moves with your hand. The spring-loaded swivel means you can glide around a potato curve or a carrot bump without losing contact. Dual stainless steel blades stay sharp through batch prep, slicing off only the very thin layer you need. That action also pairs with the built-in blemish remover to gently scrape away bruises and small spots in a single pass. Testing reports highlight how the swivel design glides over irregular shapes, so you are not pressing hard or fighting the surface. The soft grip handle fits comfortably in your palm, reducing strain during longer prep sessions. You can spin it on an angled sweet potato, then move to a straight leek and still maintain control. For anyone who preps a mix of round and awkward produce, this peeler keeps the motion smooth. The result is faster peeling with less effort and more of the actual ingredient ending up in your pan. Users consistently highlight how the swivel makes fiddly shapes feel simple. This is peeling that moves with your cutting board, not against it. Number 1. This glass bottle turns oil serving into a gentle drizzle you can almost hear gliding into the pan. Testing reports show the 16 ounces per 470 milliliters chamber holds a neat amount, so you refill less yet cook more, and the narrow spout steers oil exactly where you want it, cutting down on that oily film on your counter. Dense glass walls feel sturdy in your hand. They do not flex, and they stand firm against heat, steam, and splashes from a hot pan. Curved edges make fingertips naturally guide cleaning, no awkward angles, and the material resists lingering smells from garlic or chili oil. People who cook for one or for a crowd note how it doubles as a simple pour dispenser for dressings or vinegar, adapting to different pans and fridges. Sturdy build means fewer refills, easier cleanup, and smoother flow control when you are rushing to plate dinner. This is the kind of small change that quietly supports lighter meals and tidier cabinets. Its strongest feature remains that clear, resilient glass letting you see levels at a glance. For anyone who loves to cook, this compact chopper turns slow prep into quick bowls of salsa with a simple push. Another turns a tiny counter into a steaming station, saving stovetop space for a second pan. A third quietly heats soup on the table, keeping spoons ready for kids without hovering over the stove. The slim cutter shaves time on salads, while the compact scale guides portions without cluttering shelves. Testing reports show these tools handle everyday mess, help you finish faster, and keep cleanup minimal. Check the links below for current pricing and details.